So finally, Friday afternoon. So we're going to do one more thing with this API thing with this and HTML. We were doing an example this morning with using jQuery to call the external API. Now we're going to do the same with this built-in functionality in JavaScript called Fetch API. So there are two links actually in the Teams where you could read about these two things also. We just start. I'm going to share my screen. And this is what we had this morning. A good exercise for you would be to fix the styling, maybe, if you like that part. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the same as this morning. I'm going to create a new files. So this is up to test 7 now. And I'm going to create a CSS also. Still the same information in the, where did I go now? Test 7.css. And I'm going to copy the information from the previous version and paste into the new one. And do the same with the HTML. And I'm going to check that this is running with the live server. So I point on the correct file. Yes, hopefully. No error. Yeah, my server is not up and running. I'm not sure about why the error message is so short. Could be that it's something else that it's not showing. At least it's telling me it's wrong. We could have a look on the error later on. So I'm going to go for this API thing, and I see that it's closed, so I'm going to start it. So the only thing we changed in on the server side was this changes in the startup file. So we were adding this section. So adding all the configuration for the course, opening up everything. So this first part in the configure is just configuring everything. And the second part when he is using it, so telling that the app should use course. So it's like two parts in the configuration. But now it's up and running, allowing a course. So we could run this code from our clients, even if they are from running on another server. So going back to the code, is there anyone on the chat or did I miss something? No. I thought I heard some voices maybe in my head. So we're going to remove or change because we had all these. Where did I go now? We have all these functions with the name API. And then we have the get course that is also using the API. So we could start with that actually. So if you go into that one, you see we're using the jQuery part here. So instead, we are going to use the fetch now. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to comment this away first and then delete it. We have it in the other version also, so it's not gone forever. But instead of using Ajax, we're going to use fetch that is built into JavaScript. It was not built in JavaScript from the beginning, so then the jQuery was the popular way to use it, because writing functions to get data from API was a little bit tricky with the first versions of JavaScript. But this fetch is great and it's easy to use. So you did see it with Ernst. I think it was it yesterday or the day before, maybe, yeah, Wednesday. And the fetch is taking the URI here that I have, and then it was the then part, you know, with this then, and we're telling that the response arrow functionality is JSON. I think this is exactly what Ernst had, the same code. And then we could access the data from the response from using another then. And inside here, I could go for cars using this arrow functionality. I could use this also if I want to do a lot of things, but I just want to populate cars. It's the same function that we're using in the other one. So that's without jQuery, the populate cars. So this is actually doing the work. Because of this get, it's using the default settings for, so it's the get is default, and it's not much to add in code to make it run. There's also the error handling is a little bit different in this fetch. Just like in the end, you could use like catch, like in try catch. So this could catch the error. And this could be done with this arrow functionality, and we could print the error out, alert. Yeah, I could just type the error like that. Or you could add it to the console, for example, if you want to have your own message in the console. A console error. Did I type error? No. Oh, too many R's. Error, and tell that. There was an error in get cars, for example. And then we could like add the error message also. Or you could do it like we did in the jQuery. So you could call another function and go down to that one and present the error. So this is writing an error to the console. And this alert is showing the pop-up in the screen. So this is, yeah, maybe for user, you could use some alert, or for having a, like for debugging and so on. It's nice to have the error in the console. Someone's microphone on, it's clicking and clicking and clicking in my. Or not. Did anyone else hear it? It's coming some clickings now and then. Oh, we continue. So this will do the same as the function down here. But now we are using the fetch, the built-in fetch. So we could actually try it to see that the get is working. Did I have anything running yet? Yeah, you see that it's already getting the data from the database with this get. So it's working right away. So we could remove the code here. We don't want the Ajax anymore here in the get. We could go on for the next, what was the next one? Maybe add the car to API, could be something. So we could do the same inside here, just comment away the Ajax part and do our fetch part inside here instead. And the fetch here would be, let's see. Of course, we need to start with fetch. And then we had this URI. This time we're going to extend this a little bit more. So we're going to add some more things to it. So we're going to say that the method this time will be equals to post. And we're going to say that our body is JSON. This is more like you see in the see with the Postman, that it's the same telling the body thing and on. And we do the stringify part again, so we make it to JSON. To the object. JSON object. And what else? We could add some headers also. You can have many. If you have many headers, you could add it by this curly brackets, and inside there add all the different settings you have. Actually, we're just interested in one, but telling that the content type is equals to the application JSON. So you will see that these are the same things actually that are set in the Ajax also, just some other naming maybe, so not that big change. And after this is done, here.
If there are many headers, so we're supposed to write all of the names?
Yes, you could write everything inside here, just adding more things.
Because as you have seen in my software, there was automatically by default they have 5 headers.
Yeah, you had something special in your machine, but yes, you could add them all the headers here if you want to. So
Okay.
I think it should be enough with just one, but you could try it and see how it's working. So yes, we had this then part, and this is almost the same way here. We just add an. This is no. The function is not that much doing, so we could add it like this with the. You see it with the Ernst way here doing this also, and just adding this, running this get cars. Like that. So we have actually just the fetch and setting up this, all the settings, and we have the object. And then when it's finished, you have the get cars. So, and you could have like the catch afterwards here also if you want to. This catch, we could use, copy it from the get cars. So like this. So, and if we want a specific, yeah, API, for example, like that. But this is just the option of what you want to have or what you want to use and so on. There's also more advanced things with error handling. We're not going to go into that now, but extended a lot more. So this is just an easy catch of the error. So yeah, let's try it also and see if it's working actually. We could try to add Volvo here from 1982. Doing the add. It's not working and no errors. Come on. I'm just waiting a few seconds more to see if I was hoping this to pop up with an error message for me if it's something wrong, but I didn't see that I did anything wrong. Yeah, I better check the console. JSON string. Okay. Why didn't you say anything? Did anyone say anything? So Ernst is line 51. I'm trying to understand Ernst's question. Yeah, there you see, yes, the stringify is wrong. So that was the problem with the, you see, you have this one. And suddenly we get the cars and we try to add the Volvo again now. And you see we get the Volvo. So that was a typo in this stringify. The catch didn't take that, but maybe, yeah. There was an error in the console actually. I'm trying to get back to Ernst, line 51. Are you talking about this, Ernst? Or?
I am, yes, that one. Because you have, on line 51, you have cars, and that's where I am, or usually you see that you go through an object or some list or something, and then you have, then the function populate cars would handle each object independently. But here it looks like you are passing the entire object with everything in it.
Yes, yeah, I'm passing it like an array.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So this is complete. All the cars are inside here.
Yeah. Okay. And populated cars, the function takes care of the entire array.
Yes.
Yes. That was my.
Okay. So we go back to, yeah, we were able to add things now. So we added this Volvo. So we had the get and add is working actually. So we could go for the, go to add and delete the jQuery code. We don't need that anymore. Like that. And then we could go for the update maybe. You see, we're just changing the API parts because everything else is the same. We don't need any jQuery here. Update here. We go for the update. Where did I put that one? Yeah. Yeah, and fetch, of course. We're going to have this URI, and we're going to extend this with the information for the, because update needs the ID also in the URL. So we do it the same way, like with the jQuery. We add a slash, and we're going to add car ID. So this will take care of this part. We're going to use this, adding this method again. This time it's a put. And we have the body containing the object. We need to have it in the JSON format. So this time I'm going to spell it correct with the stringify thing. So use the car object. And we have some headers, or we just have one header, but we're going to do it the same way. And this was the content. I would like to have some help from Visual Studio here, telling me what to write. I'm used to the other Visual Studio. Maybe there are some functionality. Maybe some of you will know any good extension I could use for this. Applications like that, and need to end it with this then, and this will be the same as the previous one, so we could copy it from that one. We had this add, so we could take this part completely and go for the update again. And we could change the error message to in what function the error is happening. I don't know if I spelled it correctly, but that's not the important part. So we are using the URL and extending it with the car ID. We are using the put. We're sending the object in the body with doing it to JSON. And we say that the content type is application/JSON. And then we run it. And if everything is okay, we get the cars, run the get cars again. So otherwise, we hopefully get an error. So let's try this part also. I'm going to check the chat if I have missed something. No, nothing. So yes, we're going to do an update. We could update Ascona here and tell that it's from 78 instead, and do update here. You see it's updated, and we have been 2 times to the server, 1 time for update and the second time for getting all the data. So it seems to be okay. So we could remove the jQuery code a bit like that. And finally, we have only the delete left. I think I'm going to steal some code here right away. And I'm going to go for the delete. We're going to comment this jQuery away. I'm going to paste the code from the update, because this will look pretty much the same, a little bit less code in it. So what we want to have, actually, we want to have this URL with an ID that's needed for the API, and the method will be delete. Almost right, delete. We don't need to send any object. and we don't need any headers like that. So we just need to delete like that. And as we could see also you could always do if you have problems with when you're testing the things, you could go for the, oh, come on. We could go for this method inside here and add a breakpoint, for example. So you could test your test it the whole way from the client to the backend. So now I have a breakpoint here, so hopefully I could stop there. Where did the code disappear? So I tried to delete this last Volvo with the ID 6. And press delete. There was something wrong. Yes, what it is saying? It's saying car is not defined. So what did I do wrong then? Anyone, did you see what I did wrong? Anyone? The error is inside. It's with the first line inside of delete function. I'm not doing anything until you find the problem. You see the error is it's telling car is not defined. Are you still there?
Yes.
It says the car is not defined. Yeah, Maria is instead of car ID should be only ID. That's correct. So I try to use I made a copy paste, and as always, when you make a copy paste, or when I make a copy paste, I forget something. So this time I'm only using the ID, but I try to access the car, but I have no car inside here. So I need to just use the ID that I'm sending in, because that is what I get from this call. So let's try it again. I try this delete here. And this time we end up in the backend, in the controller. And you see it ends up here in the delete. And you can see the ID is number 6. So it will get this object from the database. So we have a car object, and then it will remove it. Just with the normal entity framework way. So context.cars.remove and passing the object inside here. So we just run it. And we come back here with only two cars in the list. So that was the code for that part with the fetch. So which one should you use? So the fetch is the newest one, and it's part of JavaScript. So you should use that if you're not told to use the jQuery way. Because if you're in a project that doesn't have the jQuery, it will be an extra overhead if you start using jQuery, because it's loaded into the memory also. So has to be the performance to do and so on. So this built-in function in the JavaScript is use that one. That's recommended. But if you're in an old project, maybe where they are using jQuery, and you see that they have been using jQuery in all other calls with the API used the same way, so just not a mix with the coding. Do we have any questions? So you have a few links you could use still today, so please have a look of those. These, no, I don't know the word. But next week we're going to start with MVC. You will see that when we start with it, it looks pretty much like the web API thing that we've been using. It's pretty much the same setup, but it's adding models, views, and controllers. So like, that's what the MVC stands for. So, but that's another day. That's tomorrow, on Monday. So please have a look still on these things we have been doing today, and we'll see you on Monday at 9 o'clock then, if you don't have any questions.
Just I would like to ask you one thing. This is probably a stupid question, but if something is we are already using jQuery, and the few things we created in Fetch, is there be any problem?
No. They will work side by side, so it's okay. So the jQuery is using the jQuery library, and the JavaScript is using its pure JavaScript way. So they can run side by side.
Okay.
Do we have anything else? Nothing. So continue with the work, and we see you on Monday then, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, see ya.
Thanks.
Okay,
See ya.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.